Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, Emily.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Terry. Great to see you. Hi, Ron. Hi, Steve. Welcome. Great, great. All right, we'll just give it to 30 more seconds and then we're going to jump right in because 30 minutes goes by very quickly and we have a lot of information to cover. Welcome, Carolyn. So welcome to this Atticus Advantage Series webinar. This is a 30-minute webinar, so we are going to go rather quickly. It's a lot of information to cover, hopefully good information, valuable to you and your practice. And this is the topic is holiday marketing, a guide for lawyers. And so I'm going to jump right in, and I just want to make a couple introductions. One is Abby. Hi, Abby. Welcome. Abby is Assistant Marketing Manager at Atticus, if I'm getting that right. And I also want to welcome Terry Hayes. Terry, hi, Terry. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Terry is a Director of Member Services here at Atticus, and happy to have you here, Terry. Good. And I'm Daniel Struna. I'm a practice advisor here at Atticus, and my coaching focus is on one-on-one coaching, and then I also do some work with some groups as well. So good. I'm going to make sure my slides are advancing here. Did that work, Abby? Okay, great.
Perfect.
So if you do have any, this is interactive. So if you have a question, feel free to put that question in the chat. Use the chat function here on Zoom, or you can raise your hand. And Abby, hopefully you'll help me to see, I can't see everybody's picture necessarily. So if you'll keep track of that, that would be great. And if you do have a question, don't hesitate to ask it. Good. As I said, I'm Daniel Struna, Certified Practice Advisor with Atticus, been with Atticus for 7 years, and excited to be here with you today. So the objective today is to talk about holiday marketing. So I understand it's only October. Maybe it seems a little early to talk about holiday marketing, but I would say it's not. It's not too early because we don't want the holidays to sneak up on you. We want you to be prepared. We want you to be thinking about what you can do regarding your marketing around the holidays, well before the holidays actually arrive. And so we want to think about what are the things that we can do to make the most of your holiday marketing. One of the things that we really want to focus on today in regards to this conversation about holiday marketing is how can you raise your firm's top of mind awareness. So TOMA is an acronym that we use a lot here at Atticus. It's top of mind awareness. So really thinking through what are the things that you can do that will either directly or indirectly remind your past referral sources, your clients, your past clients about you and the firm so that you don't get forgotten, right? Because if your past clients are not thinking about you on a regular basis, if you're not top of mind with them, they may refer a great case or a great file to another firm. And so we always want to make sure that we're staying top of mind. And, secondly, we do want to make sure this is, a given. We want to make sure that you're doing things in the marketing space regarding your holiday marketing. They're going to have the biggest return on investment, both financial, mostly financially, but also in other ways too, in that top of mind awareness, segment as well. Good. We want to do everything that we can as well to, we're basically wrapping up the end of 2022, and we want to do everything that we can do to set your firm up for a fantastic 2023. And so when it comes to marketing near the end of the year, what are the things that we can be doing to set your firm up to have a fantastic 2023? And so that's part of the discussion as well. And fourthly, we do want to give you a competitive advantage in the marketplace. And so it is, we're at the mid-October today. And so we still have 2.5 months left into 2022. So we want to think about what are the things that you can think through and think about doing and actually do when it comes to marketing regarding the holidays that your competitors aren't even thinking about. If you wait until December to start thinking about these things, it's almost too late, right? Even mid-November, end of November, it gets very late. So good. I want to talk about a couple different things that are going on, kind of generally speaking, over the last, I mean, really almost 3 years, right? Everybody knows about inventory shortages, supply chain issues. So we're going to talk a little bit today about, gift giving, making sure that we're taking our top referral sources and our, the people that have consistently and continually invested the most in making our firm successful, talk about the things that we can do to acknowledge and show gratitude for what they've done to help us, get where we are today. And part of that discussion has to involve and recognize that, things don't flow as smoothly when it comes to shipping and inventory and all these different things that are going on in the marketplace. So just want to recognize that there's a lot going on that, 2 or 3 years ago may not have been the case. And so one more reason to get a jump on your holiday marketing. So we mentioned a little bit already, Toma. So Toma is top of mind awareness. And Toma is incredibly important to your marketing because it is the idea that you're consistently staying in front of your referral sources, your past clients, your current clients, and you're always letting them know that you're there and you're reminding them about what it is that you do, so that when that really, A-level case or file comes in front of that person, you're top of mind. You're the first person that they think of. Your firm is the first firm that they think of when they're thinking about, who do I send this person to? What's the best attorney? What's the best firm to send this case to? Toma is all about making sure that the answer to that question in your referral source's mind, in your past client's mind, is always you. And so that's what Toma is all about. And Toma is really, it's not just one thing. It's really, what are all the different things that you could be doing within the firm and within your marketing, and specifically holiday marketing, that will, create this Toma in the minds of your referral sources and in the minds of your past clients. So one of the things that you want to think through as you think about, end of the year marketing is there a certain particular holiday that you want to focus on? You can see a list of some of the major holidays at the end of the year. So do you want to pick, one or two and kind of narrow where your focus is when it comes to your holiday marketing? Or do you want to do a blanket, across the board and hit a variety of different holidays? My recommendation would be to focus just on one or two, just so you can make a bigger impact just within that one sphere. So going back to the Toma discussion, again, this is about saying, what are the things that you can do when it comes to your referral sources? What are the things that you can do to stay top of mind? What are the things that you can do to say, I want to make sure that as we wrap up the end of the year, as we approach the holidays, I'm doing everything I can to remind my best referral sources, not only, I'm here, so if you have referrals, please don't forget to send them my way, but also I'm grateful and I want to acknowledge the referrals that you have sent me in 2022. And so it's a part of it is saying, thank you. And in a very concrete way, whether that's as simple as a handwritten thank you card, or whether it's some measure or form of a gift. And we'll talk a little bit more about that too. And then when it comes to your clients, thinking through the same question: what are the things that you can do to remind your past clients that what it is that you do, especially if they're a kind of a far removed past client, and acknowledging them for their business that they've given you in the past. And I would say that this is, in my experience, I would say that your past client list is it's an often overlooked, untapped marketing opportunity. And I think the holiday season is the perfect opportunity to say, what have I never done with my past client list that this year, as we approach the holidays, I could do for the first time? And if your practice has been open for, any reasonable length of time, you probably have a really extensive past client list, kind of the Atticus gold standard in terms of how many clients we'd like you to be receiving, how many of your clients we'd like you to be getting from past clients as a source, is 40%. So imagine what that would mean to your practice if you were able to take whatever your current percentage of referrals are from past clients and raise it up to 40% of your business. But for most of your practices, my guess is it would be a pretty dramatic increase. And so part of the question becomes, what are the things, let's say you have 500 past clients, right? What are the things that you can do, the initiatives that you can take as you approach the end of the year and the holidays to reach out to those past clients and not only thank them for the business that they've given you before, but just even a very soft and direct Toma approach is just reminding them that, here we are, right? So we did great work for you, however many, months or years ago. And if you come across somebody that is a great fit for the firm, we would love to work with them, etc. So there's a lot of different ways to approach that. But I think the biggest kind of way to look at this is just to say there's a big opportunity oftentimes in your past client list, because a lot of times what happens is, somebody comes into the firm, we provide great legal services for them, and then we don't have any Toma initiative. We're not doing anything or not much of anything to stay top of mind for them, and so they almost get, they're if they remember us at all, they remember us as doing good work, but we're not doing anything to remind them of what it is we do and how we help them and how we can help people that they know. And so again, if you know what your percentage of work is coming from past clients, that's great. If you don't know what that number is, that would be a really good number to find out the answer to, and then see, where are you at in regards to that 40% target. Are you at 10%, 20%? You can kind of know where you're trying to get to, and then starting to create those strategies, those initiatives to specifically target your client list. Great. So this is a way to approach your marketing plan, so your holiday marketing plan. If you are currently working with Atticus, or you've worked with Atticus before, or you've ever read, one of the four, core Atticus books, you might be, especially the marketing book, you might be familiar with these terms at the top 20 farm team and clients. If not, I'll just briefly explain what they are. So top 20 is the it's basically creating a list of your top 20 referral sources. So who is generating, where does, what are the 20 people that are producing the best and most clients for your practice? So that's your top 20. Why do we recommend identifying who those people are? Well, the reality is that that top 20 list, in our experience, will generally generate 80% of your revenue. So if it's the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, which applies and it's true in so many different situations in life, and it's true here too. So just to say again, because it's a pretty big takeaway potentially, that your top 20 referral sources typically will generate 80% of your total revenue. If that's true, the things that you do for your top 20 in terms of your marketing, and specifically today, your holiday marketing will and should be different than the things that you do for everybody else that's not in your top 20, right? Why is that? The why is because they're so important. They generate 80% of your business. So we really want to wow them, and we want to go almost beyond Toma, and go into really high level Toma, right? And making sure that we're doing things for them that maybe we're not doing for the other, people that fall outside of the top 20. So who are those people? That's the farm team. So the farm team, it's a baseball analogy. So anybody who's not currently in your top 20 is basically in that, you're working on bringing them into the top 20, but currently they're not there. And so we don't want to ignore the farm team, but we're probably going to do different types of marketing, approach for your farm team that you would with your top 20. And again, the reason behind that is mostly time, right? You only have so much time and energy that you can dedicate to your holiday marketing. And so, the recommendation is dedicate the time that you do have most of the time to your top 20 because they're the people that are generating most of your business. And then and then you have clients, right? And we talked about that already, that clients and past clients are often an untapped and big opportunity for a lot of practices. And then you're just listing through, this is just a very strategic approach to your holiday marketing. When it comes to your top 20, what are the activities that you can do? What are the gifts that you can send and give? And what are any different, events that you want to host? And then going through that same analysis for the farm team and then for your past clients. Again, just taking a small amount of time to walk through kind of this matrix and figure out now, mid-October, what are the things that you want to do between now and the end of this year to make sure that you're hitting your top 20 heavily, you're not ignoring your farm team, you're still doing something. Maybe it's a holiday card, maybe it's a thank you card, some sort of recognition, but you're doing something to make sure that you're keeping top of mind, and you're ending the year at the forefront of your referral sources and your past clients' thoughts. So I'm not going to say a lot about this kind of matrix here, but it's a gift giving idea matrix. It's actually fantastic, especially if you're like me and you have a hard time figuring out what to do for somebody or what kind of gift to send somebody. On the far left-hand column of this matrix, you have this guide. You have the type of person, right? So you have history buff, wine, reading, travel. And then to the right of that, what it is you could do for that person in different categories. So it's actually a very helpful gift giving guide. And so if you're getting like stuck somewhere on like, well, I know this person's been sending me great referral sources for referrals for 5 years, and I know they love golf. What should I do for them? You just go to Golf Fan and then look at some of the different ideas. Excuse me. So I won't say much more about that, but it could be really helpful. This is actually in the Atticus book, the marketing book that Atticus has, How Good Attorneys Become Great Rainmakers, a breakthrough referral marketing process. So good. Is there Abby, I'll just check it with you, any questions or comments so far?
Yes, we actually do have a question from Sherry. She asked, is there a recommended marketing budget in terms of a percentage or some other measurement?
So generally speaking, the marketing budget, on an annual basis for most firms is probably there's no hard, number, but between 6 and 8% is a general recommendation. So if you're looking at your holiday marketing, you're looking at out of your 6 to 8% annual marketing budget, what percentage of that is going to be dedicated to your holiday marketing? And if it's mid-October, if you're looking at your budget and you haven't spent, anything, if you only spent 1% on marketing as a firm, then you have maybe an opportunity to go big, right? To end the year in a big way. Do some big initiative, host an event, something like that, or just send really wow level gifts to your top referral sources. Great question. Any other questions, Abby?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't see any.
All right. So these are a couple different online retailers. Probably the one that is most known is the first one, Uncommon Goods. And then, well, actually, Harry and David. But so these are all different. I'm not going to say a lot about this either, but they're just, again, don't feel that you have to reinvent the wheel and coming up with some unique, amazing gifts. I mean, these companies, that's all they do, right? They're designed to help you give really great gifts to people that really matter to your practice and to you. And so take advantage of these type of resources to become a great gift giver, so that you can be remembered. And again, why do we want to be remembered? It all goes back to that top of mind awareness, right? Um, I have I have heard many, many stories of, as soon as somebody launches any sort of top of mind awareness, many, many times the response is at least one or two referrals almost instantly, especially if they have a big database, right? Because it's just it's a numbers game, as all marketing is, but it's just making sure that you're getting yourself out there, and that the people that these are oftentimes people that already know, like, and trust you, which is like pretty much the foundation of marketing when it comes to who's going to refer to who. People are going to refer to people that they know, like, and trust. So if you already have a top 20, you have a foundation of people that already they like to refer to you. The Toma campaign, the top of mind awareness, the holiday marketing strategy is just to say, what are the things that I can do? What gifts can I send? What acknowledgments can I make? What events can I host to just further that relationship, right? To do one more thing when it comes to around the holidays, to say, don't forget about me, right? Because that does happen, especially if we take our best referral sources for granted, which is can happen. Very good. So hopefully I left that on the screen long enough for people to jot those down. And I think these slides will be available, right, to attendees. Okay, so if you didn't jot it down, that's totally fine. So a little bit about non-gift marketing. Not everything that you do involves sending a gift. A lot of top of mind awareness campaigns, a lot of holiday marketing can just be, getting out there, participating in community events. I love that one, because anything that you do, that's related directly to the community, to your kind of local area, you can normally take those type of things, and not only do you benefit from doing the thing itself, and presumably your community benefits as well, which is fantastic. But the residual benefit is that you can take whatever it was that you did with a local charity or within the community or event that you hosted, and you can, push that out, right, to all your social media channels, your website. You can put it in your newsletter. There's a lot of things that you can do in terms of taking the things that you do in the community, and kind of using those different things to expand your holiday marketing and really just expand your branding, right, in a lot of ways, with a side benefit of, if you're doing things that you authentically have a passion about, in your local community, charitable work, that sort of thing, then it really will, when we market in a way that's authentic to us, and we do things that we know that are important to us and we're passionate about, the chances that we'll do that marketing goes way up, right? Because it's something that we already care about. And so that, I think, that becomes a really important element. Very good. So this is just a very quick kind of implementation strategy, right? So we've gone through a couple different things already today. Toma, showing gratitude, doing events, doing things locally, getting those out on social media, sending out cards. There's a lot of different ideas, going to those websites that we looked at, all these different things that you could do. But of course, if it's just thinking about it or talking about it, it really doesn't accomplish anything. It's really in the action, in the implementation, that things happen and good things happen. So I would recommend, after this webinar, sometime today, if possible, just take a quick 20 minutes and map out, what it is that you want to do for your holiday marketing to end 2022. If you haven't already identified your top 20, I really would recommend identifying your top 20 so that you can focus your marketing efforts on them. That's a general rule of thumb, holidays or not. And then figure out what are the action steps that you're going to do to take the ideas that you have, the strategies that you have for the end of the year holiday marketing, and bring them to fruition. There's a variety of different size firms on here. Some of you may have marketing assistants. Some of you may have somebody on your team that can help you with some of these marketing initiatives. If you do, fantastic. Bring them in to help you with that. If you're completely solo and you're doing everything on yourself, then set goals that are realistic for yourself when it comes to your holiday marketing. Or even think about, these virtual marketing assistants. Especially, it's just the pricing on getting help for these type of things and the amount of things that somebody can do for you virtually. It's only gotten better, right? So the pricing has gone down and what they can do has increased. So if look at the virtual marketing assistant option, it may not be as expensive as you think. And it can be incredibly helpful. Okay, great. So I'm gonna pause there, Abby, and just let me know if there's any questions or comments or insights. And Terry, if you have anything you'd like to add, please do.
I'd like to add, don't let them forget about the upcoming summit and our Double Your Revenue workshop. We're going to have great speakers on both days of the summit. And if you've never been in a Double Your Revenue workshop, it is phenomenal. So that's all I really wanted to add, Daniel.
Okay, great. And I think I thought I had a slide on that, but it didn't show up, Abby. I don't know where that went.
It's okay. I can send the link through the chat box, and then they can read more on the workshops that way.
Okay.
And they can reach out to Denise or I, depending on who's their DMS. We have a discount code that's good only till Friday if they want to attend. So that helps.
Okay, great. And I know for sure, Abby, there's another webinar, I believe it's next week, and it's called Raising the Bar. And oh, great, Abby just put a link to all the different webinars that Atticus has coming up, and there's a ton of really fantastic ones. Some are free, like this one. The Raising the Bar one, there's a half off promo going on after this webinar, and so just click on that link that Abby is putting in there. And sorry about, I had that slide and I don't know where it went, Abby. So
no worries. We don't have a virtual option right now for W Revenue. We do occasionally, so that's something to just keep checking the website for.
Okay, great, good. Well, we'll call this to a close unless there's any other questions, and give time all the different links that Abby is putting in there. Feel free to grab those in the chat box. Oh, there's a 50% off code. Great. Thanks, Abby.
You're welcome.
Okay, good. Well, if I could have one last word, I would just say, don't let the things that you've heard here today just sit, right? At least take 3 different things that you can come out of this conversation with and take action so that you do in the year and set up next year to just be fantastic. So very good. All right.
Yeah, and the Raising the Bar workshop is only $99, and that 50% code takes you down to $49.50. It's well worth the time.
Wow, great.
Because it's like an hour and a half of intense. So if you're interested, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Terry. Yep, I agree.
All right. Well, we will go
Very
on ahead and call it to a close, Daniel.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, and happy holidays.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Bye.